Hello, here is another number 3 still on that exercise 3I. So the same page 20, page 27. Sorry, it is in page 28. Sorry, it is in page 28. So we want to quickly move on to that. And then in this number 3, we'll be solving only 3. So we'll be solving D, H, and J. D, H, and J. The instruction here is very simple. Find the LCM. Find the LCM. So there are many methods we can use. We can decide to take each of the numbers. We express each of them as a product of prime factors, whereby when you do it, you now just use the previous method that we have used to solve the number 2 or number 1 to get the answer. But that one is a very long method. But there is another method that can be used, and that is what we call factor method. You remember we talked about factor method also when we are talking about HCF. So factor method can also be used here. So let's get started. The D, we have to find the LCM of 7 and 8. So how do we do it? We use factor method. We draw our lines. We put 7 here, the 8 here. So in this case, if you should recall, when we use this method under HCF, we said we only considered a number that is a factor to 7 and 8 only. So when we have exhausted number that is a factor to all the number under consideration here, then we can write out our answer. But in this case, we will not stop there. We will take a look at the factors, at least that a factor that is of one of these two numbers, or one of the number under consideration. In this case, we can consider 2, though we know that 2 is not a factor of 7. So in that case, we put the 7s down. We will not be dealing with 7, rather we will be dealing with a number that 2 can divide, which is 8, and that is 4. 2 in 8 is 4. So we can also use 2. Then we have 7. 2 in 4, that is 2. 2 in 2 itself will still be what? 1. Then now that this one has turned to 1, then we now come back to this. So what are the factors of what is the number that can divide 7? It is what? 7 itself. 7 in 7, 1, 1. Therefore, we now write our final answer, which is what? The LCM will then be 2 times 2 times 2 times 7, which is, we are not asked to leave it, our answer in index form. We can decide to also take it to index, and that is 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 8 times 7 will give us 56, and our final answer here is 56. So let's move to the second one, the H, the LCM of 3, 4, 6. So what can we use? We can use 2, yes. 2 in 3, no, it can't go. 2 in 4, 2. 2 in 6, 3. Can we still use 2? Yes, of course. 2 in 3, no. 2 in 2, 1. So can we use 3 now? We can use 3, steadily use 3. 1, 1, 1. Therefore, we say the LCM of what? Of 3, 4, 6 are 2 times 2 times 3, which is 2 to the power of 2 times 3. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 4 times 3 gives you 12. Then the last but not the least, the J. So the same thing can be used, can be solved, can be used